Welcome everybody, a new season of CVC TV high school football here in the beautiful state of Ohio. We come from Chesterland today, a 77-degree evening AA, and what a fantastic night for high school football right here on SugarValleyConference.com. The matchup, the home West Geauga Wolverines taking on the visiting Fairview Warriors. A matchup across different divisions in the CVC. Two teams that were in the playoffs both last year. Fairview gets their first win in playoff history. West G loses in their first round, but trying to set a trend. Should be a good game tonight.
First off, Kyle, it's great to be back with you and our entire team at CVC TV. And it's exciting. It's been a minute since we've been here for football here in West G. I think this is our first time together here for football. And, yeah, you're right. Both of these teams coming off of playoff appearances, and they both want to see how they fare here in the new season. You got new kids with new opportunities here tonight. And this should be very exciting. A lot of nervous energy here tonight with week one.
Well, part of our RNC Fence Company pregame show here. The mock-up for both these teams. We'll start with the Fairview Warriors. Mentioned 9-3 last season. Had a great year, won a playoff game, their first ever in school history, but lost some people. Burke Lowry, the starting quarterback, set a bunch of records for the school. He's playing at Muskingum College now. He's playing some college football, and love to see that out of the young man. But that means Cal Reese takes over as the starting quarterback. Of course, they have an all-conference, soon-to-be LaMarcus Clark in the backfield as well. He can do a little bit of everything. Those two key, according to Coach Rank, tonight, AA.
Yeah, huge. And you're talking about two guys having to step up and step into leadership roles. Look, we were there last year, that home playoff victory with Fairview last year, and it was incredible. That atmosphere, one of the more memorable games we've ever done with CVC TV. But new season, new opportunity. And for Clark in particular, I'm very excited to see what he's able to do on the field. He is electric when we have seen him in the past. So now in this role here as the leader, the senior leader, this is going to be huge to see Clark in action.
A bunch of guys obviously graduating for Fairview. We could say the same for West Geauga AA. 25 seniors graduate. They move on. It is a fresh-faced team. Still got some leadership in there, a couple seniors, a couple juniors, but again, we talked to Coach Asanto about this. I mean, it's kind of like, hey, we just have to roll with the punches and get things moving and just be physical if we want to come out on top tonight.
Yeah, it was funny. I was just talking about, like, just kind of the strengths here. Open competition. So I guess you want to look at it this way. I mean, yes, you're replacing 25 seniors. That's not easy for anybody. The way maybe you could look at it, these kids who are playing tonight, they've already been in competition to earn the starting spots tonight on the field. So that alone, I think they were just happy to see a different opponent in a real game. But here we go. I mean, what's crazy, Kyle, some of these kids, they've watched CVC TV, with like older brothers and older teammates in action, and now they're in the spotlight here tonight.
It's going to be a fantastic show. Again, West G, we mentioned, they kind of hinge it on four people right now as far as those leaders on the team. They're the captains, Anthony DiZarilla, Mickey Keenan, Benny Vecchio, and Joey DiFrancesco. All players to look out for tonight. Also, expect Mikey Gideon to play some quarterback as well. They have two QBs listed on this depth chart that could possibly get some time tonight. It's expected Keenan's going to get the majority of the reps, but hey, things change, things happen, and the Wolverines, known for wanting to run that football at a high level and try to be physical. That's something that Coach Rank talked about AA in the pregame. He's like, hey, we expect them to be physical. They're solid up front. Both teams bolster pretty good returning lines as far as overall size and ability. So it could be just a battle of the trenches tonight, especially when you figure it's LaMarcus Clark on the one side. On the other side, of course, you've got the DiZarillas of the world here that can make things really interesting.
And I think what's interesting, especially early in the season, and we see it every year, when you're getting new guys into the system and getting them used to things, you start with running the football. And both teams are going to want to do that. This place is rocking, by the way.
Tell you what,
like we're shaking right now.
It's a packed house. We're on top of the scores section here. On top of it, just waiting to see what's going to happen as these two teams take the field. And again, I want to remind you that tonight's pregame update, as always, brought to you by RNC Fence. For over 37 years, Northeast Ohio's trusted fence contractor for residential, commercial, industrial projects, and more. Contact them today for a free estimate at rtfence.com. And check this out, too, while you're at it.
Northeast Ohio's trusted fence company for over 37 years, R&T Fence.
Did you have a good time finding parking here?
Tell you what, man, we are not kidding. It's packed on this beautiful evening here in August. The kids are getting back to school. If they're not already, it's about that time. And it's always one of our favorite times of the year when football gets back underway. We get a little bit of the advantage before college, before NFL really gets going. High school football really kicks the football season off and ushers in the late summer into early fall, as it's going to be Fairview that kicks off to West G. Ty Romano back there, another player to look out for. The junior running back and a linebacker. It's going to be Kyle Farkas, the senior kicker, who's going to boot this one away for Fairview. And our season is underway here at the CVC. It's taken in just behind the 20-yard line. And a solid return up the middle, lowering his shoulder down to the 45-yard line. Vincent Vecchio, one of those players we talked about. He's a captain. He's one of the leaders. And the senior wide receiver takes it out to the 45. Great starting field possession for West G.
And Vecchio took that ball. It was a little bit high. He took it and then just find the seam. And you saw it up front, creating the running lanes with the kick return. And this is what West G wants. Great field position to start their season.
And out comes Mickey Keenan, the junior quarterback, 5'8", 160. Going up against this Fairview defense. Remember last year, Fairview calling card offense scored a bunch of points. Defense sometimes let them down, but the D-line has been showing out for Coach Rank here in this offseason program. Let's see if it translates to the first game of the season tonight. It's going to be a keeper up the middle, gain and push through a solid one. About 7. And that's West G's offense, that wing tee and different running options. And this time the quarterback Keenan keeps it for 7.
One of the most difficult offenses to defend across the board, because you got to be mindful of your assignments. It's not just, hey, run to the guy who has the football. You got to make sure you lock in. Otherwise, they're going to take full advantage, West G.
Here we go. Second down and 3. Already on the other side of the 50, so West G with some really good starting field position here. A pitch to the outside, solid running room. That's going to be a first down and more. And a big run for DeZarilla. He's going to move the chains.
Yeah, big run for him, and also the blocking up front. You know, the entire offensive line creating that gap. Now, defensively, when you see your assignment, you see the ball carrier get out on the outside, you're trying to be careful, like don't over pursue, but you can still run hard on the angle to make the play.
It's an 11-yard run from Zarilla, and it's going to be first down for the Wolverines. 2 in the backfield, man in motion. And fake, the run inside. A solid play there to Zarilla again. He got near that first down marker. He's going to just have enough to get it, and it's another first down for the Wolverines.
Man, and again, you see the importance of having that great kick return, too, because this young West G offense takes the pressure off when you deliver on special teams.
And obviously, when you run the ball like this, you're going to bear the clock down. 10.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. West G just marching down the field on Fairview's defense to start. Getting quick handoff inside. Gain of about maybe 2 to 3 yards.
So what's key defensively, you're in that D-line, you got to be low. You got to be, like, again, lower than the offensive line and really attack. And also, too, if you're in the secondary, don't fall asleep back there. I know all running plays so far, the key to this offense is that one play that they try to pop over the top. Just be ready.
And that was Ty Romano with the carry for a few yards. Jackson Habishaw with the tackle for Fairview. Pitch to the outside on second down. Breaking through, room to run, turns the corner. Throwing his feet down to the 10. A solid run for Vecchio. There is a flag, though, in the backfield just behind the 25-yard line. And it's going to be holding on West G. So negate the first down, moving back, first penalty of the season.
And that's what happens, too, when you are aggressive defensively and attacking. You're going to force these young guys get that unintentional hold.
I like the shimmy you did there, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Good.
Part of me did it to explain. The other part is to.
You loosen up that back.
Yeah, no. Yeah, man.
Why are you running? Why?
I wasn't like running. I was, I don't do real workouts like these kids. I do performative workouts.
Yeah, right. It's for all the people in the Planet Fitness in whatever city you're in.
That's
Good.
right.
Second down and a little bit of a ways away now. About 15 or so. Be a handoff. Vecchio left side, top of your screen, and not much there. Maybe got 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, if that. I mean, and that's, again, one penalty making a difference. And you see it there. So now, for the first time, West G playing behind the sticks on third down. That was Clark, too, defensively making the play. And he held his position at the outside linebacker defensive end position to make the stop.
Robbie Politti is the only kicker on the roster for West G. He's a sophomore. So would he possibly get some work here if they make this a little bit closer? Third down and long. Pitch to the outside. It's Zarilla. He breaks through, cuts through, still on his feet. Flag comes in late. He's near the first down marker, but a pair of flags. And we'll see what the call is. Zarilla got, I think, just enough for the first down, but it's going to be going back. Another, almost looks like maybe a block in the back. I don't know if there's a hold, but that's going to be negative play. They're going to have to go backwards another 10 yards, and now it's going to be third and a country mile.
Yeah, and before it was just third and a mile. Well, third and 12. But even when it was third and 12, still with the coaching decision to run the football, it almost worked. Now I'm curious here, like third and a country mile. Do you attempt that first pass right here, or you just play field position?
Again, Mateo DeNigris is one of those guys, too, number 5, you want to look out for. He's in the slot, bottom of your screen. Moving back towards inside in the line, plays tight end. It's going to be a pitch, though. On third and long, running right side, room to run, breaks through a tackle, still on his feet, eventually brought down inside the 20. Zarilla with a good run, and I tell you what, he made it interesting, but it's going to be fourth down.
But I will tell you, he did make it interesting, and again, those seal blocks there, and you kind of see a little bit of the first week jitters defensively for Fairview, going from a third and country mile to now a fourth and short. Amazing that West G even got to this point in the first place.
Yeah, 4th and 1 now. They actually got a good about 20 yards on that carry, and now you have options here. Zarilla in the backfield.
Play it tight. You got to listen for the hard count, too. Make sure you don't jump.
Keenan under center. He's going to keep it himself. Push through the line. He should have enough. Down to the 15-yard line. Needed 1, got 3, first down.
That was a fascinating sequence of plays there. Again, you have the holding penalty, go all the way back to third and 22, and then now you're back in the line for a first down.
Yep, now 3 in the backfield for Keenan after the first down run. He'll turn, handoff. Zarilla swims through, still swimming through, gets down inside the 10 to about the 6. Zarilla gets 9 on the carry.
You have multiple backs in the backfield. Like, what's your assignment?
That's tough. Zarilla and Vecchio on this drive have been fantastic. Finch with the tackle, by the way, another defensive back we're going to be talking about on the offensive side. 2nd and 1. They could still get a first down and have a few more before they get into the goal-to-go situation. Getting under center. Pitches, left side, run. Not much there. Good job by the Fairview defense to swallow them up. Johnny Beckley, the ball carrier there, 5'10", 205, one of the bigger backs.
Yeah, slamming in there, making a play defensively. But we've kind of established at this point that is 4-down territory is always going to be 4-down territory in this game, no matter how long or short the situations are.
Again, that was Aiden Brady, linebacker there on the tackle for Fairview. Third down, still about a yard. Quick handoff inside, trying to just move forward and get the first. And it looks like they should have it. It's like right there.
Man.
Yeah, Beckley got that carry and just put his shoulder down, and he got it. First
yeah, he
down.
did. All you need to do is lean over that shoulder.
All right, so the long drive continues. It's taken up almost half of the quarter, and as a matter of fact, by the time they snap it, it will. We got 6 minutes to go in the first frame. West G and Fairview tied 0-0. The Wolverines have had the ball the entirety of the first quarter to this point. They're knocking on the door right now.
Now kind of lining up tight.
Keenum turns hands inside, and he's in! Touchdown, Zarilla! His first of the season, West G's first, and the Wolverines take an early 6-0 lead.
And imagine that, recovering from a 3rd and 22, and to convert a 4th down, all running the football. Amazing work by the offensive line. Amazing work by the entire offense.
Fantastic job. Hey, for Coach Santo as well to stay with the plan. Like, hey, we have what we know, what we want to do, what we want to throw out there. And no pun intended, there was no throwing at all.
None.
Either. Yeah, when you have the athletes they do that are running the football.
And they also had great field position from the kick return.
Right, started at the 45-yard line of Fairview and turned it into a touchdown. See the extra point attempt on the way. Snap good, hold down, kick on the way, it's up, and it is good. Solid kick. Right there, and now 7-0 the score right here on CVC TV as the Wolverines take the lead over the Warriors early on in this first half. And again, a reminder, the presenting sponsor of CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber, and Jacqueline Tomsick. Their specialties include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. Hey, for all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. And as always, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and us here at CVC TV. Well, that's a pretty good start, Double A.
Great start, great start. You see the impact of special teams, too. Again, started with that short field. It gave a young West G team confidence to get things going. Now, for Fairview, Coach Rank talked about with us, they got to learn early here to overcome adversity. Well, here's your first test here in the first quarter.
So you can say they passed that at this point. Quinn Mancino, by the way, is the kicker. He's wearing 45 tonight, not number 2. And it's a solid kick all the way back. Fairview's going to have to let that go into the end zone for a touchback.
Number 45, Quinn Mancino's kick.
Mancino knocks that one back through. And now we get their first look at this offense with Fairview. Remember last season, a dominant offense, scored so many points. Now they turned the keys to the car over to Cal Reese. He was a receiver last year. He's moved into the quarterback spot, and he's got a pretty great weapon back there in the backfield in LaMarcus Clark.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting to see what Fairview can do offensively, but be mindful, after that long drive with West G, a lot of the offensive players were on defense for Fairview. So can they keep things on track after that grueling physical drive to start the game?
And they'll start on their own 20. Remember, West G started at their own 45. So Fairview's got some work to do on this opening possession. This is one of the things that hindered them a little bit in some of those losses. There were only a few of them last year, Double A, with slow starts for Fairview. Can they right the ship this time around and get things going? I think Reese may have gotten to go off sides right away. Yeah, it's going to be encroachment, so a 5-yard penalty against West G. It's their 3rd of this first quarter, but still, they find themselves up.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want there, obviously, if you're West G, because all the momentum's on your side.
You never want to give the other team an open door here. Cal Reese in that shotgun. He's going to hand off Clark. No, he's going to keep it himself. Reese going to go to the right side. He's going to have the first down. Reese keeps it for 6 yards and moves the chains. Great fake by Reese. And again, you kind of figure it's going to be the LaMarcus Clark show. He's going to get a lot of carries this season, but Reese, a little bit of a misdirection there, and he keeps it himself and moves the chains.
And I like that decision-making, too, because if you're so locked in on Clark, then you got to establish, Reese as another option, establish that early. I have noticed 2 straight plays, hard counts. The defense is a little bit jumpy here.
And some younger players. Remember, 25 seniors from West G graduated. High snap over Reese's head. He's got to run for it. Going to fall on the ball. He has got it, and that is a huge mistake for Fairview. We thought it was 3rd and long the last time. This time, they've got a long way to go on this one.
Yeah, they're going to be going the distance. Couple of high snaps here early, Kyle.
Oh, my God. That's the 9-yard line double A. That's a huge loss of about 22 yards on the overhead snap. And talk about Fairview. They got the penalty on defense. They move 5 yards ahead. Reese gets a first down. Maybe they got some momentum, and then the high snap just puts them behind the 8 ball here. Now only second down, though, so still some time, but my goodness. The clock is ticking. 4:30 to go in this first quarter. 7-0. Rollout. Reese looking, going to keep going. Reese fakes, throws short. That one's caught, still in bounds, getting to the 25-yard line. What a throw to Will Dagler.
Incredible.
Oh, my goodness.
And now you've seen both teams convert long downs. You know, West G had the 3rd and 22, get themselves out of trouble after a penalty. Now Fairview is still 3rd and long here, but it could have been a lot worse after the big play.
And 3rd and about a long 5 double A, but I'll tell you what, you'll take some of those yards back. It was 2nd in a very long way. Now it's, the playbook is a little open here. You can do some things. Good job by Reese to buy some time with his legs. A little flick pass. Great catch on the outside by Will Dagler. Rolling out to his right now. Reese looking. He's got to run. He's throwing left-handed. It's incomplete. Going for his intended receiver. That was Raiden Fraser Newberry. And it's 4th down.
Great job there by 52 there defensively on that pressure.
As Mason Owens, he's 6'3", 205. He's defensive end. Good size on that D-line for West G. Tracking down Cal Reese. He's got some pretty good wheels. But punt unit comes out.
So barring anything crazy here on this 4th down, we're going to have 2 drives here where West G is going to start with great field position.
Yeah, Farkas going to boot this one away. It's Vecchio back to return it at his own 40. Farkas does. He kicks it off. It's a good one. Vecchio takes it at his 35. Turning upfield, looking, and he's going to get swarmed. Still found a way to spin through and get some positive yards. And oh my goodness, it's deja vu. West G going to start at their own 45 again.
Back at the 45. How about that?
Tell you what, hey, don't forget, it's 7-0, and the score is brought to you by Gallucci's Italian Foods, a fine purveyor of Italian and imported gourmet food since 1912. For more information, visit tasteitaly.com. That's tasteitaly.com.
I can't wait to have their food. I cannot wait. Happy to have them on as our scoreboard sponsor this season here on CVC TV.
Always so fantastic to have some great people that we work with here at the network. Not only the folks that are here tonight doing the game, as we all appreciate, but folks that have signed up for the season with us.
Yeah, definitely.
It was bound to be another good one, and now we're back underway. As Mickey Keenan in this offense going to take back over again on their own 45-yard line to start their second drive. Just under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. It is 7-0 Wolverines. Keenan rolling to his left. Rolling, looking, throwing, deep pass, taking a shot to Vecchio. It's incomplete. Double coverage. He was looking deep. Great coverage on the backside by Fairview. Sean Finch back there is as well going to call his name a bunch tonight, especially on the defensive end and some offensive plays as well. Second down.
That's one of those, first pass attempt of the game for West G.
Yeah.
That's going to be a play where both teams, both coaching staffs, when they look back at this film, they're going to be like, oh, man, we let that one get away. Because, again, double coverage, you run a little bit deeper, you would have had something defensively, but offensively, just get that ball out there. You may have had a touchdown.
Vinny Rust also out there for Fairview, number 15. And that double coverage to make sure that was incomplete. Second down, handoff, inside, rolling through Zarilla. He cuts back, still on his feet. Zarilla rumbles his way down to the 40-yard line of Fairview. 15-yard gain and a first down.
So that's one of those cases, Kyle, where the right read was made, but you still have to finish the tackle. And a couple of broken tackles up at the first defense there, and you give up a first down.
That's what you didn't want if you were Fairview. Got that one first down, but then couldn't capitalize. And now West G with the ball again on the Warriors side of the field. The handoff inside, struggled with it, but still got down to the 35-yard line. Zarilla gets the ball again, and he gets another 5 yards.
Yeah, I believe Hewitt there, number 8. He was a little frustrated because he got that contact there defensively, but just got away there. And they know it now. They see it defensively, like, hey, wrap up here.
3 minutes to go in this first quarter. West Geauga up 7-0, looking for more on this drive. Some confusion behind the line of scrimmage here.
Might be too many guys on the field.
Had to get Luka Maverka off the field, and a timeout going to be called by Coach Santo and company to straighten things out. Mentioned 25 seniors leave. It's a bunch of new players on offense and defense playing. So trying to work out the kinks here in this first game of the season. Hey, don't forget about tonight's halftime coverage. It's sponsored by the Ohio Media School, dedicated to training the next generation, offering skilled trades in media and audio across Northeast Ohio. Learn more at beonair.com. That's beonair.com. We'll have our stats at halftime courtesy of the Ohio Media School. And also want to bring up Greeny Sports Cards, the largest producer of sports card trading shows in Northeast Ohio with 5 locations and growing. Hit the next show September 4th through the 5th at Great Northern Mall. You can see all their shows on their website. Just head over to greenyshows.com. That's greenyshows.com. If you're wondering, Greeny, Greenie, shows.com.
Of course, it's always a huge deal, again, when you are replacing 25 seniors, knowing all the plays and all the packages. You try not to roll out everything in week 1, but it's tough. Like, you looking around like, wait a minute, who's supposed to be there? Who's supposed to be there? Oh, no, I'm supposed to lead the field.
Yeah, but this is when you want it to happen, when you're up early and you're in really good field position. Chance to take that timeout. Normally you want to savor those, but in a good spot for West G. Second down. Handoff on the inside, spinning through, still on his feet, down to the 25-yard line. Vecchio just stayed up. Their flags came in late, in between the 30 and 35-yard line. They're going to call holding on West G again. It's the 3rd penalty against the offense in this first quarter, and yet they've been able to still overcome them so far.
Yeah, and obviously you don't want that penalty. That was a good run, though, still. Like, just, again, the effort, and just being able to get off the defender and get that second and third effort. Even when he falls, he's still leaning forward to get down.
Well, Anthony Zarella, the two-headed monster right now at this point. He's 6 foot 200 pounds, the junior. And then Vincent Vecchio, 5'11", 170, a senior. They have those left, despite 25 graduating last season. There are still seniors on this team. But nevertheless, back now. 2nd and 15. Handoff again inside this time. Still pushing forward, but a good job by Fairview's defense to not let him get any further. Vecchio got 2 on the carry.
It's small steps, and you see there what happened there with the Warriors. Once you get one guy there, we talk about 11 hats to the football, and it finally happened there defensively.
Yeah, Ben Alcaro at the bottom of that pile. Initial contact to get that stop. The junior defensive lineman. 6'2", 260. Man. And does this sound familiar? A long 3rd down potential attempt here for the Wolverines. They got to go about 13 yards to get it. Markers at the 30-yard line of Fairview. Zarella in the backfield. Going to be a throw. Keenan rolling out. It's a pitch. It's up. It's caught. And he's going to be short. Down to the 36-yard line. Keenan completes his first pass. It was Mateo DeNigris who got roughly 7 yards. And it's 4th down for the Wolverines. They're going to the line quick. Up, and they jumped. That's going to be encroachment on Fairview on the bottom of your screen. And this changes things now as it goes from 4th and 6 to 4th and 1.
Man, these are little things, man. Just little things. You finally have momentum defensively. Great decision, though, on offense. Again, that hard count. The little things like that matters.
And the organization to be able to do it. A couple plays before, we're calling timeout to try to figure out what the play is, get everyone in the right spot, to be able to go to the line quick and draw a defensive penalty there. That shows progress. Coach Santos thrilled about just the procedural part of that, because now it's went from 4th and 6 to 4th and 1 for the Wolverines.
With multiple options offensively.
Keenan going to keep it, trying to go up the middle, and he should have it. based on where the referees responded, they're going to give it to him. First down for the Wolverines. Needed one, got about 1.5.
He didn't stop moving his legs. I mean, the play was made in the backfield. Quarterback just kept turning his legs. Did just enough to get the first down. So we have, I believe, a Fairview injury on the field.
Yeah, Fairview player is down. I believe that is Ben Alcaro. He made the play a couple plays ago to force that 3rd and long. And again, with that, want to remind you folks again of our pregame sponsor, and I believe it's their, what's that, 3rd year with us here at CVC TV. I want to say so. R&T Fence, over 37 years. R&T Fence has been Northeast Ohio's leading fence contractor, serving homeowners and businesses across Akron and the surrounding region. From residential privacy fences to commercial and industrial installations, their team delivers quality craftsmanship and results you can trust. Contact R&T Fence today for a free estimate at rntfence.com. That's rtfence.com. Never a good sign, Double A, when you just starting the season. And a player down.
And it's so tough, too, because in there, you know, that line play, it's a tough 4th and 1, and you just never know what's going on there, you know, between. And hopefully it's going to be okay.
Yeah, O'Carroll is getting up under his own power. He's going to limp off here, but he's the biggest lineman they got. 6'2", 260 pounds. Love the size and still with some pretty good speed out there. But he's going to gingerly step off the field with the helmet off, as the rest of the Fairview team will have to adjust with a player down here. Now, first down for West G.
And a lot of these guys go both ways, too, so now you are starting to eat a little bit into that depth.
29-yard line, 1st and 10. 51 seconds to go in this first quarter. West G nursing a 7-0 lead here on opening night of CVC TV. Keenan again going to be under center. The clock continues to roll down. They're going to let this roll as far as they can. And play blown dead. It's a false start on West G. So it's been a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Some good, some some penalties in this first quarter for the Wolverines. You can see at the bottom of your screen Vincent Vecchio going and talking to Coach Santo. He's not happy about that.
I told you this last year. Every year, the week 1 film study Saturday morning is the worst. Because you just know it's just mistakes you can clean up and things like that. But it's like, these are controllables.
And they are going to most likely have to run at least one more play here at the end of this first quarter. Got about 15 seconds left. Keenan going to hand it across. Big move to the right side. Still going, cutting back, taking some contact, still going through, and almost to the 20-yard line, down to about the 23. Vecchio did a great job to get a lot of that back, and that's how we end the first quarter. 7-0 the score. West Geauga on top of Fairview. 7-0 here on CVC TV. Incredible first quarter for West GAA. They were able to really take advantage of just owning the clock. I mean, Fairview had a little bit of time with the ball. They got one first down and just could not find any more rhythm. And West G just owned time of possession. Time of possession and field position, too. Having 2 offensive drives. This is their second one. Start at Fairview's 45-yard line. Of course, at the very beginning of the game, it was a great kick return. But when you have field position on your side and you have pace on your side, you're on your own there. You're in good shape. And Fairview, they've been playing from behind because of that. Mickey Keenan with a couple big 4th down conversions with his own legs. Look at the first half to Anthony Zarilla, the junior running back. 6 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. At the end of the first quarter, you saw Vincent Vecchio. He did a great job. 5 carries, 38 yards in that first quarter as well. The running game is prevalent for this West G team. And when we come out of this break, they're going to be looking pretty good. 2nd and short, about 3 yards or so. And they are driving near the red zone.
And right now, West G's been getting a ton of broken tackles at this point, and I've noticed even on the play or two ago, Fairview had a play defensively in the backfield, just wasn't again able to finish the tackle. You got to trust your angles, and when you have the opportunity, make the play against what I again consider to be one of the more difficult offenses to defend. This wings option offense.
Especially in 2026 when you're seeing more schools, kind of like Fairview did last year, air it out a bit more. Some of these schools sticking to it.
That's a good point, too, because even a lot of parents, a lot of coaches, watch the NFL, and you don't see this in the NFL anymore.
Even college football, you really don't see it that much anymore, minus a few schools. It mostly feels like, hey, a lot of these air raid systems, a lot of quarterbacks throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game. But teams like West G, teams like Kirtland, they like to keep it a little bit tighter than that.
It's kind of the style, and at this level, it works.
First down, handoff, left side, breaking through with some space. Zarilla gets spun all the way down at the 5-yard line.
Number 0, Anthony Zarilla.
Tell you what,
That's good enough for
Braden Fraser-Newberry almost had the ball at the end there, but he was down by contact. They're going to mark him down to about the 6. So a huge first down run, and it's first and goal for West G.
And they're ready to get right back on it, too.
First down. Handoff inside. Gain of about 2. Zarilla got 2 on that one.
Again, just physical play. With this offensive line creating those gaps. And again, and you make it tough for the defense.
Got Faley on the tackle there to keep Zarilla out of the end zone. Second down and goal. Turn, quick handoff inside, and he's in. Touchdown, Johnny Beckley. He gets in for 6. 13-0 West Geauga.
Now again, how in the world can you defend that when you're expecting the ball? You're expecting the ball to go to the other side of the field, but West G again on it, taking full advantage of the field position and getting chunk plays and getting back in the end zone.
All right, so we're going to see another kick here from Quinn Mancino, the junior, listed as a running back, listed as number 2, but he's 45 tonight. Snap, good, hold, kick on the way is up. It is good. And the score, 14-0 here on CVC TV. West G on top of the Fairview Warriors. And again, the score board is sponsored by Gallucci's Italian Foods. From fresh pasta to imported cheese, find it all at tasteitaly.com. That's tasteitaly.com.
In West G right now, they're just, the time of possession, it's been all them. I mean, even with the short field, not only are you taking advantage of short field, you're controlling this at your own pace. And right now, until Fairview has an answer for your tailbacks, up front, until they figure it out, you just keep on running. You keep on going.
Well, Fairview's got to be able to have some possession here. Get some time with the offense. They maybe had the ball for, 2 minutes in that first quarter?
And had a couple high snaps. One of them almost led to a turnover.
And they almost got it all back. But tough sledding for the Warriors at this point. First kick from Mancino was a touchback as well. Let's see if he decides to bring out the boot again on this one and keep Fairview at their own 20.
Number 6, Marcus Clark, and number 11, Will Bachelor.
Backler and Clark back. This one's going to go to LaMarcus Clark, his first touch of the game. Clark cutting back in, working his way through down to about the 24-yard line.
Number 6, LaMarcus Clark.
So, he got about maybe a little under 20 yards on the return there, and now it's good to see him get the ball in his hands and make a play and get some positive yards.
Needed that.
Yeah, he needs some sort of spark on that offense and be able to stay on the field here. It's going to be first down and a little bit better field position this time around for Fairview at their own 24, not their own 20.
Right. You take small victories, of course, but yeah, where West G has had the advantage, the Wolverines, both of their offensive drives starting at the 45 compared to Fairview starting at the 20 and now the 24. But in normal games, you start at the 20 and 24. So you just got to build the momentum.
Well, Coach Rank talked to us about this before the game. He said we have to overcome adversity. He's experienced some pretty early on here in this game now. It's 2-touchdown lead for Cal Reese and company.
Yeah, remember the hard count.
Yep, under center, going to hand Clark left side. He turns upfield. LaMarcus Clark lowers the shoulder, gets down just past the 30 to the 31. So give him 7 yards on his first official carry of the season, LaMarcus Clark.
And what they're going to try to do, Fairview, they're going to try to take advantage of this young team defensively, their excitement. They were a little bit up at the line of scrimmage, the linebackers. So get them sucked in, get Clark running on the outside, try to bounce out, see what happens.
You've seen when he gets to the outside, LaMarcus Clark makes some plays. That's definitely for sure. Saw that last year. Of course, the threat of the passing game was big last season for Fairview. Cal Reese, the lefty, trying to reignite this offense. Second and short. Reese pitches outside. Clark runs, trying to find the edge. He does, turns the corner. And Clark gets near the first down marker. He's going to be about maybe a half yard to a yard short.
Yeah,
Keenan, the quarterback, pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, and both those guys, on the outside containment is huge.
This is a big third down. It's going to be a long yard, maybe a yard and a half here for the Warriors. And I think they're going to get a timeout is Coach Rank on his side. 10-12 to go in this first half. It's 14-0 West G on top of Fairview, and they want to talk it over. Do the Warriors here.
And I think too, Kyle, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but looking at how this game is progressing, this might be a 4-down territory for Fairview. This might be a chance here because if West G gets the ball back and they take another 7 minutes and they score and make it 21-0, your chances of competing in this game are a little bit down if you're Fairview. So this might be, 2 plays here you're getting prepped for.
You never want to say the game hinges in the balance or this early in the second quarter, but it feels like you just mentioned, Double A, like maybe this is one of those key points where they're going to need to step up here. Third and short for the Warriors. Reese under center. Clark all the way in the backfield. I think Reese is going to keep it up the middle. He's lowering his shoulder. Reese is still going, and he's going to get down to the 37-yard line, maybe 38. They're going to give him a first down.
Yeah, good play call there. I loved it. And just getting this offense some momentum, getting things going there. Because, again, we talk about how critical this part of the game really is. And Fairview took care of business.
They did a 5-yard scramble right at the middle for Cal Reese. I'll tell you what, he was one broken tackle away from making that a lot more. Good job by West G to reel him in. First down. Second first down of the game for the Warriors.
Yeah, Vecchio held on.
For dear life. Reese again under center. He'll turn. Hand off. Clark, bottom of your screen. Nothing. Nowhere to go. Helmet comes flying off at the end there, too. Great job by the D-line there for West G just to smother Clark. He maybe actually lost a half a yard there.
Yeah, he might have did. Again, great job communicating defensively, like in the interior, but also you have Vecchio kind of drop in. Great play call by the coaching staff, kind of dropped in. He recognized it too, so, you can't even bounce outside either.
He's going to jog back out. 9 minutes to go in this first half. 14-0. West Geauga on top of Fairview. Fairview trying to respond on offense. Snap. Reese going to throw out quick. It is caught on the outside, trying to break through a tackle and goes down. After a short gain is Fraser Newberry. Flag comes in late, some pushing and shoving afterwards. They only got about 2 yards on the play, if that.
Yeah, and I thought Keenan, we'll see what the penalty is, but I thought Keenan there defensively on the outside, your DB, you're asked to make an open field tackle in that situation, and at least he slowed down the ball carrier and kept it to a 2-yard gain and not more.
We'll see what this is. It came in super late. Wasn't that a good sign for the defense? And yet that's going to be against West G. A personal foul. So that should move Fairview, I'd imagine, up near midfield, and it'll be an automatic first down.
So think about how this game has kind of turned just a little bit from, a few plays ago. We were talking about, 3rd and short, and Fairview had no momentum whatsoever. We was talking about, what happens if West G gets the ball back. And now, finally, first time in this game, Fairview's on the other side of the field.
Took till 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. But, yeah, the Warriors with some positive momentum and West G penalties. I'm sure Coach Santo's going to be bringing that up in the locker room. If you erase those, I mean, the Wolverines have played a pretty good game to this point.
Yeah.
They already have. They're still up 14-0, but can't give Fairview opportunities here. Reese again under center. Filter, handoff, Clark trying to bounce to the outside. He's going to get met and brought down. No room at all. What a tackle on the outside there by Mason Owens.
Great job, and this West G defense, they are crashing down.
Owens was just read it the entire way, bounced that with Clark, and just cut him off so he couldn't hit the edge. They're going to say no gain. As a matter of fact, they're going to move him back. Geez, roughly about 4 yards. So LaMarcus Clark on the evening, 4 carries, 4 yards.
And you kind of see the strategy here now. West G trying to realize the strategy. Keep Clark, or whoever the ball carrier, keep him in between the tackles. If you do that, you give yourself a chance.
Jackson Habishaw showing off his arm there as he brought some padding to the sideline. He was inside the hash mark and threw that clear across the sideline.
Yeah, you got to show off what you can.
Got a third-string quarterback there if you need him. Pitch to the outside, Clark. 2nd down and long. He tries to turn upfield to get past the midfield marker again and get hit out of bounds. Couple different West G Wolverines there, including Arthur Altz, junior linebacker.
And now yeah, exactly. Now you're seeing it there, just working down the line. They've done it a few times. West G here near side, crashing down.
Might need Reese to have to throw this ball again. He's 2 for 3 for 18 yards. Remember, he had that little dump-off pass that was really a big momentum. You thought maybe a time shifter to Will Dackler. They need some more magic from the lefty slinger. Going to be in the shotgun.
But you also wonder, too, how many passing plays have they worked on to this point in week 1?
We're going to find out now. Reese looking. He's under pressure immediately. Gets to the outside. Looking, pointing, directing traffic. Reese going to keep it himself, turn up field, and get down near the 44-yard line. He was chased down. Yeah, Luka Vaverka just ran him down. Also, Austin Kiniski got out there as well and made the stop.
We'll see if Fairview decides to go for it. There's also a possibility of a pooch punt as well if you decide to go that route.
Farkas is handling both responsibilities, the senior. But Reese, Clark, and company staying out there. 4th and about 8 on the West G 44-yard line. Trying to maybe get the Wolverines jump off side, snap out to the right side, under pressure, throws the screen. It's caught, and there is nothing doing. Oh my goodness, the contact. Oh, Dackler had nowhere to go.
They wanted the fumble credit too.
Oh my goodness. Beckley got in there. Mateo Villela got in there as well. A lot of contact, and that's going to be, I believe, a turnover on downs.
Oh yeah, it's going to be for sure. It was either going to be a turnover on downs or a fumble, but that's a risky play call. Coach Rank's known for that. I mean, this is it's not the first time he's doing that. But I was going to say, if you would have punted, you would have had, West G would have had their worst field position. Now for their 3rd offensive drive, 45-45, now 48.
Missing the vertical passing game. Obviously, last season, Savion Harris, a couple different receivers that were able to stretch the defense deep. This time, you're kind of going east and west instead of north and south, and that's the result. West G going to start near midfield. A pitch, a keeper, it's Keenan. He's working right
Look
side.
at that.
Mickey Keenan showing off the wheels. He gets inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line.
How about that cutback? Bouncing inside and then back out. That's good work there by Keenan.
The 15-plus yard gain for Keenan.
Into the game at quarterback for your Wolverines, number 3, Mikey Gideon.
Now Mikey Gideon in the game at quarterback. Mentioned we're going to see him play some tonight. He'll pitch to the outside. It's cutting through. It's Vecchio. He's still on his feet. Vecchio with a stiff arm, and he's in. There's a flag at the back of the play. Yellow flag just north of the 30-yard line. Vecchio turned the corner, but it's going to be holding against West G, so no touchdown. Oh, my goodness. That's a heartbreaker for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it is. And when you're the tailback, you don't know any of this is happening. You're just celebrating the stiff arm and doing everything you can. And then when you hear the crowd just go silent, like
he essentially held the defender's hand from a 25-yard line down to about the 5.
Kind of did.
And then eventually he decided, I don't want to do this anymore, and pushed him down. But that was crazy play that's going to go all the way back now. So instead of a touchdown, it's going to be first roughly 16 or so from the 44-yard line of Fairview.
But it feels like, I mean, West G kind of knows, like in the back of their mind, they just got to clean things up. But they kind of know, man, they can run from anywhere on the field. Getting earlier in the game, running on 3rd and 22 and gained 21 yards out of that.
Feel pretty confident with the way the line's playing, the physicality. Now pitch inside again. And solid run to the bottom. Keenan again. He's now gone into the T of the wing T roll.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And then, trying to keep this defense off balance. I love the play calling here on offense. Because we didn't see any of this in the first 2 offensive possessions, but now, the crossing, like, man, they're getting after it.
So second and long 10, maybe 11. Gideon under center. He'll pitch outside. Vecchio cuts right, cuts back in towards the middle. He's eventually going to go down around the 33-yard line. So he should get about 5 there.
Yeah, great kick-out blocks there on the outside, too, for West G. And they're picking up the pace a little bit. And they've been kind of doing this throughout the game, getting right back to the line, eyeing the defense and making your decision there.
Just mentioned 2 quarterbacks in this system. Normally, teams won't do that. Play is blown dead. They call offsides on the offense. You don't really see that too often.
No, not at all.
You're lining up maybe in a certain spot where you're not supposed to. Gideon going to come get the play in from Coach Santos. They're going to move back 5 yards, 3rd down and long again.
But now if you're Fairview, obviously, how bad do you want this defensively? You've been given opportunities here. How bad defensively? You know the assignments. You've been, at point of contact. Now it's about getting there aggressively and making the play. Or else West G is going to run, 11 yards and get your first down.
4:45 to go in this first half. West G up 14-0, looking for more. They got to convert this 3rd down first. Gideon, hands. Zarilla, top of your screen rather, gets pushed near the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Gain of 4 for Zarilla. His 9th carry, he's got 75 yards in this first half, and it's going to be 4th down.
Incredible stuff here. Now, question here for West G. I mean, you're playing field position, you're up. You trust that you can get the first down, even running the football.
Got to go 7 yards. Flag again. Oh my goodness, another offsides on the offense. The penalties racking up against West G.
Remember, too, the officials, this is every game, but the officials is always at the line of scrimmage. So if somebody is off, I mean, they're going to point it out.
Nadia still run this one. 4th and 12. Or if you're reading the scoreboard, 4th and 39. Now it's 4th and 11.
Well, you know, if it was 4th and 30, no, but
Maybe they throw it. Never know.
maybe. They do have a couple passing attempts, like, you know, like, again, if you're basing it off of Kirtland's style, occasionally Kirtland does throw the ball too.
Well, they don't have 2 quarterbacks, so that's the difference here, too. And with Gideon in the game and a timeout going to be called by Coach Santo, he wants to talk this one over, wants to get his ducks in a row. Last time they did this, it worked out pretty well for him. So
Yeah, it did.
an opportunity to figure that out. And again, a reminder, our halftime stats can be brought to you by the Ohio Media School, a place we're very familiar with. It's been over a decade now since we graduated from there, right? We're close to it.
Please don't say that again. But that's true. It is true, though.
Something, you're old.
Thanks. You know, I don't have a comeback for that. You're right.
The grays in your hair automatically dispel any comeback you had towards me, buddy.
There's more and more gray every single season.
Just don't worry, if you were down in the trailer and you saw Pete in the pregame, you would have seen real gray hair, but that looks like
Again, just shout out to Peter Tella and our entire crew here.
At the end of the credits, he'll be the biggest name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Not Jacob, not Spencer.
Nope. Not Locke. Nope.
Joey, no, not you
Nope.
either.
There can only be one.
I am curious to see if there's no way, Kyle, there's no way they're going to run the ball on 4th and 11.
Hold that thought. It's a slip. Gideon going to roll to his right. He's under pressure immediately. Rolling, throwing. It is caught. He's near the first down. Did he have it?
I don't know if he's going to get the spot.
Vecchio caught it. It's really close.
I don't think he's going to have the spot, Kyle.
Based on where the referee is standing now, it looks like he's going to be about maybe like a half a yard short. It was a great rollout by Gideon to keep the ball and the play alive.
Yeah, it was a good find, but now they ruled that he was short.
Yep, by about a yard. So it was a nice attempt, and Vecchio almost made it happen. Good throw by Gideon, who essentially, again, is quarterback 1B to 1A.
Mm-hmm.
There is no second string. They kind of just both play. But Fairview's defense holding tough after not being able to get the job done.
Remember, almost had, and again, West G is going to talk about penalties because you almost had a touchdown.
Yep.
You did have a touchdown. It was called back with the holding.
So instead of a 3-possession game, it's still a 2-possession game. Fairview with the ball, 3:24 to go in this first half. Again, Cal Reese and company figured things out and get things moving on offense. They had some positive plays last drive. We'll see if they can capitalize on this one. Reese looking to pass, rolling. He's going to keep it himself. Turn up field, down at the 30-yard line. 2 yards for Cal Reese.
I'm curious to see when Fairview, you take the first half, you kind of scout what the defense is going to look at like. I'm curious to see when Fairview's going to open it up on the passing game at some point. Again, week 1 is tricky because, again, you don't have your entire playbook in week 1. You got younger players, but I'm curious to see when that playbook's going to open up just even more.
Tyler Jones, number 64 on the tackle in there too, sophomore for West G. Second down, handoff on the end around, still on his feet. No, he gets smothered.
Great job defensively.
Good clean up by Beckley back there. We had a touchdown earlier. And I'll tell you what, Will Datchler had nowhere to go. Yeah, Beckley just got back there at the end and cleaned it up. Couple of broken tackles, but nothing to show for it.
The Wolverines have done a phenomenal job, especially in the second quarter, attacking the perimeter on the defense. Fairview has not been able to get much of anything on the perimeter in the second quarter.
Now, they're losing the down-the-field option that you had with Burke Lowry last season. You're just not seeing those passes. Out to the outside, that one caught, turning upfield, lowers the shoulder. Got a little bit there for Aiden Brady, the tight end. I think a timeout going to be called by, I believe, Coach Santo.
Yeah, you're gonna have a classic 2-minute drill, basically, Kyle. Remember too, Fairview last time when they had the 4th down, they did not punt the ball. I would imagine, I'm not going to question anything, but I would imagine it's only a 14-point game. Your defense has proven.
And you're getting the ball.
Exactly. Your defense has proven, if you're Fairview, that you can make stops. West G has not been able to clean up their penalties here lately. So I would not be against punting the football if you're Fairview and play the field position game. It's less than 2 minutes on the clock. Win it defensively. Get yourself back in.
So the offense is coming out. So that means Vecchio, who is bad to return the punt, is going to have to move into the cornerback slot all the way top of your screen. Fairview saying, why not? Let's take a chance here. Reese, no, he's going to pooch punt it, and it's a quick return.
Wow.
It's short right to the defender. He's got room, turning upfield, and eventually brought down inside the 40, down to the 32-yard line. What a catch and run right there by Arthur Alt. And that's one of those plays where if you're going to pooch it, you want to kick it where someone isn't and have an idea. Alt was there the entire time in the middle of the field. I think Reese kind of panicked a little bit, kicked it away, and that's that.
Yeah, that didn't quite work out the way I think they intended that to work out
at that
for.
point, you almost want to just get Farkas out there and make sure you can pin him back, at least on their own side of the field.
Hey, but, for the Wolverines, though, credit, to them, great awareness. Again, talk about 25 seniors you're replacing to have that smarts and awareness. Great field position now again.
I'll tell you what, Quinn Mancino, he's got a boot on him. If he gets close enough, if they can't get in the end zone, he can still kick this field goal here. Gideon going to pitch outside. Zarilla, he's going to get brought down. Good tackle. Danny O'Neill, senior, with the stop for Fairview.
Number 56, Danny O'Neill.
And again, because of the field position, you don't have to rush, but there does need to be some sense of urgency in getting back to the line. That's what the coaching staff wants right now.
Gideon under center, turns, hands. Working through, flag comes in. And it's another big play for Vecchio, who's going to get brought down at the 1-yard line, but is it going to stand? Going to call holding. See down there for West G. Looked like it was Tyler Jones arguing his case.
Another big play taken away by a hold.
Would have been a 28-yard run. Legal shift call.
And this is where the impact of losing all those seniors and having new guys in there is a lot of it. You see it even in the pros. Operation of the offense. It's not just the plays itself. It's the operation of the offense, getting out in and out of the huddle, making sure guys are lined up correctly.
Well, even despite the blunders here on offense with the penalties, the defense has kept West G in front here. And Fairview's had no answer. The Wolverines very well could have been up 28-0 right now. Instead, it's 14-0. 1:07 to go in this first half. And timeout going to be called by the Warriors. Chance for them to regroup, because if that play would have stood, it would have been first and goal at the 1.
But you know what, though? I'm looking at it. If I'm Coach Rank, that's why he's clapping it up right now, because, despite all of that, it's only a 14-point game, and there's an opportunity. Again, the fact that they're getting the ball back, you hold them to a field goal or even better, it's still anybody's ball game.
It's been a crazy first half, AA.
It's been a unique game. This is where you could tell Kyle Cordell, you have newer guys in operation. I don't think anybody out there, we can't tell. It doesn't look like anyone's nervous. You had a few offside penalties jumping early, but everyone out there belongs on the field, but it's just operation. It's just learning varsity football and the pace of varsity football.
It's very rare. You don't see usually a class that has 25 people graduate that played on this team last season. That's enough for starting offense and defense alone.
And the Wolverines said, look, last year's team, they made the playoffs. We want to make it an expectation.
Trying to do just that. Handoff, bottom of your screen. Not much there. Keenan with the carry, and again, Danny O'Neill gets the tackle.
And O'Neill did a great job finally, breaking out, away from his lineman and making a play.
Another offside against West G. On the quick run in here. So we're losing track, but I'm pretty sure we're approaching double digits.
We're
in the
getting
amount
close.
of penalties in this first half for the Wolverines. It's been tough sledding out there. And again, they still find themselves up by 14 in this game.
They do, but like I said, tomorrow morning is going to be a little rough for everyone.
Is it going to be a meeting or is it going to be running? What do you think?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. And I promise it won't be at Planet Fitness. It'll be.
Clock continues to take pass, getting into the outside. It is caught. Got some room out there. It's Keenan. Keenan turns aside, cuts
Good
back.
move.
What a move by Keenan, and he's going to go out of bounds.
How about for the second time in this game, Kyle, West G getting out of huge trouble and getting the first down.
That is huge. A 22-yard gain. And the other quarterback makes the catch.
Again, it looks like right now, just getting the play in.
Yeah, they went out of bounds, so the clock does stop. That was a good heads-up play by the other quarterback, Mickey Keenan. Pass from Mikey Gideon. What a great throw to the outside. A lot of space out there. Fairview was selling out for the run. And again, believe it or not, West G's actually throwing the ball better than Fairview has tonight.
They have.
Who had that on that bingo card? First down in the red zone. Gideon dishes out. Zarilla turns the right side. He's still on his feet. Bowls through and gets out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, getting out of bounds is critical. The clock would have briefly stopped for a first down, like briefly, but getting out of bounds, man, you have opportunities here to get in the end zone. I would imagine throwing the football, but
7 seconds to play, ball down to 6, first and goal. So you've got a couple plays here if you do throw it. If you run it, you probably only have one. Gideon pitches outside. Zarilla trying to find his way. What a stop in the backfield.
Inbounds.
That is a huge play. I think that was LaMarcus Clark who got out there on defense. And that is huge to keep this game where it is. 14-0. West G going to hold on to that lead. Fairview going to get the ball to start the second half. We are going to take a break, let the bands come on the field. When we do return, we'll have the Ohio Media School halftime stat update, and we'll get you going with third quarter action right here from beautiful Chesterland, Ohio. The score again, 14-0. West G on top of Fairview right here on CVC TV.
Our cheerleaders hosting a big sale down by the South Concession.
Cleveland icon Denise Dufala.
Hi, I'm just picking up a few things for dinner tonight. Fresh pasta and, of course, Mama Galucci's famous sauce. But I need a few more things. So come with me. This is the Asiago. Oh, yeah.
And now it's
without
time to get ready for a spectacular.
So if there's a line, this is like the fastest line in Cleveland. This is awesome. Straight from Italy, straight from
Denise
Italy.
Dufala knows great taste.
It's in the bag from Galucci's.
Do you want to learn how to be a producer, DJ, on-air talent, or influencer? Visit beonair.com and discover a media school that's changing the game. We have 7 campuses across the country, and you can graduate in as little as 8 months. No math or English classes here, just classes in skilled trades that interest you, with hands-on training and real-world experience with professionals in the media industry. And there's financial aid available for those who qualify. Stop sleepwalking through life. Show up for your dreams. Visit beonair.com and take the free career assessment. beonair.com.
It was released on July 31st, 2015. Here is One Direction. next song, Moves Like Jagger, is by this American pop rock band and featured Christina Aguilera. Released as a single in 2011 from their studio album Hands All Over, we will feature our drill team showing off their own smooth dance moves following Adam Levine's lead. Who's the group? Maroon 5. Tonight with All the Small Things, released by this popular punk trio in 1999 from the album Enema of the State. The music video became a defining moment of the song's impact, parodying contemporary teen acts like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Here is Blink 182. Assisted by Ryan David with drill team advisor Jessica Atwood. We would like to thank our parents, families, and the Fairview Park Music and Theater Association for their support this year. We would also like to thank the West Geauga Band, boosters, and fans for their hospitality tonight. We want to send our support to Coach Rance and the Royal football team. Your announcer this evening has been Kevin Sword. Be safe and go. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! Transky, and Wolverines led by Jess Gazdick, assisted by Rachel Wiltie. The 2026 world-renowned, one and only, West Geauga Marching Band! This year, the band is comprised of 180 members. Tonight's show is entitled International Rock. Up first, from the American Celtic punk band Dropkick Murphys, it's Shipping Up to Boston. Next up, from the beloved Irish alt-rockers, the Cranberries, it's a favorite from 1994, Zombie. The third song of tonight's performance features our Wolverettes. From the British synth rock trio Muse, this is Uprising. The final number of the evening was made a hit in 1983 by German new wave rockers Nena, but returned in 2000 covered by the American folk rock band Goldfinger. Sing along with us as we leave you with 99 Red Balloons featuring trumpet soloist Noah Drotos. It's that time. The 50-50 raffle drawing. If you purchased a ticket to tonight's 50-50 raffle, get it out of your pocket. Tonight's winning ticket is a red ticket. Ticket number 304-9-304.
Welcome back in, everyone, to Howell Field here at West Geauga. The score 14-0. The home Wolverines leading the visiting Warriors right here on CVC TV. Again, this halftime recap sponsored by the Ohio Media School. Learn from a pro to be a pro. Find out more at beonair.com. AA in the first half, 39 passing yards to West Geauga, just 21 yards for Fairview. 166 yards on the ground for the rushing attack for West G. 21 rushing yards for Fairview, 21 passing, 21 rushing. That means 42 yards for Fairview, 205 for West G. Penalties, obviously, a lot for West Geauga in that first half. We lost track. But remember what we had, but West G still finds a way to be up 14-0.
Yeah, they do. They found a way to make it 14-0. There's a couple different ways you can look at it. You know, on one end, you could look at it and say, man, you know, West G, you know, dominated offensively. You could look at it that way. The other way you could look at it, though, because of the multiple penalties on West G's side of things, it's only 14-0 and not more with Fairview. So there is an opportunity. I'm very curious to see, you know, how both teams adjust coming out of halftime.
Want to be our next VIP experience winner?
It's been a eventful first half, and Fairview going to get the ball to start the second half.
What an amazing deal.
And I appreciate the Ohio Media School. Again, the halftime recap sponsored by the Ohio Media School. Again, if you've got a passion for media, production, audio, or film, check them out. BeOnAir.com. That's BeOnAir.com. Double A, what are we looking for in the second half from Fairview? The offense got essentially nothing going, couple first downs, but no momentum. I mean, what do they have to do to kind of take advantage of some of the mistakes, the penalties that West G gave them in that first half?
Well, I think the big thing is just now that you got the nerves out of your system, you know, now at this point, you can essentially open up the playbook a little bit. Whatever you've been coached to this point, whatever you feel comfortable running, you can kind of run it to this point. I think that's where you start. Now, obviously, you don't run all of your plays. You're not teaching all of your plays going in. You just want a clean operation. And I'm looking forward to the playbook opening up, and also, Kyle, for both teams, a clean operation.
That's really needed. And again, Fairview, it just seemed like, again, we mentioned the vertical passing game just not being there, and the volume of they had that last year with Burke Lowry under center, now moving to Cal Reese, who we mentioned was a receiver last season and kind of finding his role. He's I believe he's 4 or 5 for 21 yards. So it's not like he's had a bad first half. He's been able to complete some passes when it's been called on him. But again, that's less than 5 yards of completion. I mean, 4 yards completion, it's rough.
Well, and also, too, I mean, think about it like Clark, you know, he was on it, too. But defensively, I've been impressed with the Wolverines in terms of attacking, not just between the tackles, but also on the perimeter. So we're going to see definitely with Clark and Rice, you know, what happens, you know, going forward with those guys and how they operate. And which one of these receivers? We were talking at halftime, like some of the receivers last year with Fairview, you know, they've graduated. You know, Savion Harris, one of the big ones there. So who's going to emerge from the receiving position for Fairview and become one of those go-to guys in the second half and really on the road this season?
It felt like we were going to see Will Datchler kind of step up, and he made a few catches in that first half. But the big thing, too, LaMarcus Clark, he had that big tackle for loss on defense at the end of the first half there for Fairview, but only 5 carries for 6 yards, no catches. So just not getting many touches. And again, that's a part of the Fairview not being on the field very much at all on offense in that first half. But they're going to get a chance to start this third quarter with the football.
If West G doesn't attempt an onside kick.
You can't speak things into existence like that.
I'm just saying. I mean, we talk. Come on now. We don't have our CVC TV season, our Rock Entertainment Sports Network season without the work of art of special teams.
It's a double-A specialty. If you ever get hired to coach high school football, it will be for special teams. I can promise you that much.
Yeah, that's my expertise there. If we do get an onside kick right now, I'm not going to mention anything we're not supposed to mention, but I expect a thank you.
I'll send you a Christmas card if it works out like that.
Thank you.
It's going to be Quinn Mancino who's going to boot this one away.
Here in the second half, number 45, Quinn Mancino.
West G trying to keep the defensive intensity. They pitched a shutout in that first half, only 42 yards allowed of offense. There goes the onside kick, double-A sad. Kickoff is taken in at the 10-yard line by the Warriors. And breaking through with some room, and they're going to get spun on the bounds. Braden Fraser Newberry with the return. Getting near the 30-yard line, that's where Cal Reese and company will take over.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good start there again. You know, on offense there with special teams. No Christmas card for me.
Honestly, dude, because I'm Serbian, we'll probably end up spending Christmas together at this point.
Thank you. That doesn't take away from what we could have got on, in late August. But
it's the best time to talk about Christmas is August 21st.
True. To this point, though, the best field position start for Fairview.
Yeah, near the 30-yard line at their own 29. West G's been fortunate to start very close. So here we go. First down for the Warriors. Nice looking. Going to take. He gets through the contact. Throws. Offhand. Completes. Down to about the 37, 38-yard line.
Was that a left-handed Patrick Mahomes-like side throw that he had off of the run? Pretty incredible stuff there by Rice. So that's the start there. It's just opening up the offense. You got to build confidence in the air. That's a good start for Fairview.
That'll be second and short. Rice with a good job to stay alive. He got contact early, and you mentioned just kind of stayed through and delivered the strike down the seam. Handoff Clark. He'll bounce to the outside, trying to get that first down. He's pulled out. And he's looks like he may be right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he got like half a yard if that. Third and short coming up for Fairview.
Yeah, we're going to have an injury to might be just cramping at this point.
And it's going to be an injury timeout, so a chance for us. Here to remind you again, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery is this year's title sponsor for CVC TV. Their practice diagnoses and treats facial pain and injuries and also offers a full range of dental implants and bone grafting procedures. Look no further than the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery for all of your oral surgery and cosmetic surgery needs. Please visit their website, www.ohsurgery.com, for more information. That's ohsurgery.com.
By the way, they got a new logo this year.
Ooh.
New logo you see there at the top corner of the screen.
New logo. Who dis? Rice and company trying to convert and to keep it himself. Lowering the shoulder, and he should have enough. Needed one, got about two, and Rice moves the chains, first down.
Yeah, good work there, just getting that going. Just progress there at the first down is huge. Now for the Wolverines, again, they had the ball for most of the first half. Now they need to lock down a little bit defensively, see where their mentality is.
This has been a pattern for Fairview. They get a first down on a drive. And then now, just kind of seeing the results of that. First down for the Warriors. Ball on the 40-yard line. 10:20 to go in this third quarter. Rice going to drop back the pass. He's under pressure immediately. He tries to spin through. He's still on his feet.
Are you kidding?
Rice breaking back towards the bottom of your screen. Looking. He's going to take off, and he's got room to run. Rice turns upfield and goes out of bounds near midfield. And some late stuff on both sides. Some chippiness. These guys don't know each other very well.
Get your guys out of there.
Still going. And it's Spiclay in there. It's Sean Finch. I imagine there's going to be personal fouls on both sides here as they both went through. But who went first is Rice with an amazing scramble play to get near the first down marker after he was dead to rights 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But
I mean, it was great communication. First off, defensively, it was great communication to even put Rice in that position, the backfield, and amazingly got out of it, got the run, but it looks like the defense is going to be called for the penalty.
Yeah, West G just cannot escape the laundry on the field.
against West Geauga.
Oh, my goodness. That's going to add on to the end of the run, I'd imagine. So Rice is going to get credit for a 9-yard run there. And that's not all.
15-yard penalty.
Tack on 15 more, so it's going to be a first down in Fairview.
First down for Fairview.
It's going to be deep now in West G territory.
And think about it, like if you would have had that sack, that would have been a loss of, 10 or 15 yards. That ends up being a swing of, 25 to 30 yards.
There we go. First and 10, 37-yard line. Good job by Rice to get out of there and make that play. 10:02 to go in this third quarter. Hard count as always. Man in motion, Rice, hands, Clark, bottom of your screen. He turns the corner. Clark's got room to run. He lowers his shoulder and gets down near the 25-yard line. Flag comes in at the back end. It was around where Aiden Brady was.
Yeah, it looked like Clark had too much room to run, and it's coming back.
Yep, first, maybe the first penalty on Fairview's offense. I
Might
think,
be.
in this entire game. Yeah, Clark actually got near a first down, but it's going to be pushed back. So Fairview now.
But I believe this is also the first time Fairview offensively has been on this side of the field.
They got
West
over
G
one
side.
other time
Yes.
in that first half, and it was short-lived because eventually they turned the ball over on downs. Remember, it was almost that fumble.
That's right.
Around
Yep.
midfield or on the spot where that happened. So
Good call.
yeah, trying to expunge those memories here are the Warriors and trying to get on the scoreboard. 14-0 in this game. The Warriors trailing the Wolverines. A pitch across. Fraser Newberry cuts inside. He is brought down. West G swarms him. Nowhere to go on that on the little shovel pass.
Yeah, nice job there, Villela making the play defensively, but also multiple guys swarming to the ball there on the perimeter. Now, Fairview, Kyle, cannot let that play, the negative play, impact the pace of their offense, finally getting some momentum on this drive.
Rice has been the model of consistency, 27 yards to the air on 6 of 7 passing. He's got 28 yards on the ground on 7 carries. That quarterback spot, much more of a dual threat this year. Rice rolling out. He's got some time, directing traffic. He's going to throw, take a shot down the sideline, incomplete. He took a hit at the end there. Just his second incompletion, and that's going to be third down.
He might have had time, but the problem is he didn't have any open receivers. Not due to the lack of effort of the receivers, but the correct call defensively. I believe that was a cover 2. You got both safeties over the top, so it's just hard to find anywhere to throw the football.
Yeah, inside that side too, Vinny Vecchio is over there, and that's danger when you're throwing in his direction. He's been all over the field despite playing the cornerback spot. Feels like he's playing free safety, just the way he's everywhere. Top of your screen, those orange cleats. Third down, 22 yards to go for Fairview. Does Rice have more magic? He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to get brought down. A huge sack in the backfield. Luka Vaverka gets back there.
Sacked in the backfield by number 12, Luka Vaverka.
Now, Fairview is calling after that sack. There was a little bit of a taunt there at the end. Referees at times do call that.
Letting that one go a little bit, though, Double A. Again, it wasn't blatant as was the previous play where there was that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, the personal foul. So, my goodness, what turned out to be a really good Fairview drive has now stalled on a 4th and forever, and it's going to be a punt away from Farkas and company. And Vecchio's back. West G's defense, despite being on the field for 4 minutes here, is held down firm. And another high snap over Farkas' head. He's got to get to it.
Oh, man.
He falls down, and he's going to fall on the football inside the 15-yard line.
Are you kidding?
Another high snap, and it's going to be great field position for the Wolverines.
2 times now you thought, okay, West G is going to have to be pinned down deep, but they're not even tested with the punt. High snap, and it's going to be short field for West G.
My goodness. West Geauga going to be just inside the 15-yard line.
But this is week 1. I mean, anything out of the
you're hoping
ordinary.
you get the snaps down. That's obviously something that you try to get. But again, mentioned a bunch of new starters for both sides, trying to get things working through and get that rhythm. And now West G's got an opportunity to make this a 3-score game. Keenan back in the game. He's going to pitch outside. It's taken, cut back through, spun, and eventually brought down at about the 12-yard line. Zarilla with the carry. He got about roughly 4. Finch got the tackle. And another player down. O'Neal was also in on the tackle. And I believe that is O'Neal, who is currently down for Fairview. It was a 4-yard gain from a talented Anthony Zarilla, who's got 90 yards on the ground and just 13 carries in that touchdown in the first half.
And this is one of the toughest parts about week 1. Obviously, you want to make sure everyone's okay, and you have the trainers and coaching staffs. But going from, practices and scrimmages to now deep in these ball games, the weather changes too. So it makes it a little bit tricky, especially for the line.
Want to remind you guys when we have a moment about Greeny's Sports Cards. Northeast Ohio's largest buyer and seller of sports is looking to buy your sports cards, whether you have a few cards or a storage unit. Set up an appointment through their website, greenysportscards.com. Always buying, always selling. That's greenysportscards.com. Danny O'Neal, who's a name we've called a few times tonight, AA, making some tackles on the defensive end. He was right there in the middle of it again, and he is the player down currently for the Fairview Warriors, who are just trying to mitigate what's been a topsy-turvy third quarter just to start.
Yeah, he plays both ways, on the line. So that's a huge loss. Obviously, they're going to make sure player safety's first, make sure everyone's okay, make sure things are good. Of course, though, those of you joining us for the first time, maybe on Rock Entertainment Sports Network or even CVC TV, both of these teams coming off of playoff appearances last year.
Let's give Danny a nice hand.
And Danny O'Neal able to get up under his own power, and he's going to walk gingerly off of the field here. And 7:49 to go in this third quarter. West Geauga's up 14-0. They got the ball inside the 15-yard line of Fairview, threatening to go up 3 scores. Fairview had the ball. They were down near the 30-yard line of West Geauga. A couple big negative plays and penalties, then a snap over the head of kicker Kyle Farkas led to amazing field position for West G.
Of course, last time West G was in the red zone, they just ran out of time before halftime.
I think they're going to have plenty of time this time to figure some things out. It's Keenan back under center. And Keenan going to keep it, trying to roll it to the outside, and he stopped. What a huge tackle on the outside. Oh, LaMarcus Clark has made an impact on the defensive side of the football tonight. His second tackle for a loss, and it's going to be a long third down.
And he did a great job, too, getting off of his lineman, using his hands, his speed. He turned around and made the play.
The loss of a couple there. Be a keeper on the inside, brought down about the 9 to 8 yard line. Vecchio got about 6 on that carry. And again, decision time.
So how about this? They West G tried to go the opposite way of Clark, and Fairview's defender still showed up, but it's 4th down.
Can still get a first down. They got to get to about the 4 to 3 yard line here. And there's going to be a push. It's going to be offsides on the defense. That's a huge penalty against Fairview's defense, who have been standing pat to this point.
Is that going to be close enough for a first down?
It's going to be right there. And they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, where the officials marked. The officials at the 4.
And it is. It's going to be a 1st and goal for West G. That is a huge penalty. The defense, AA, stood down pat there. They made a play. Just could not stay on sides with that hard count. And Keenan, give him credit, drawing him off.
In the West G student section, let them know what's going on.
Keenan under center. He's going to hand inside. Zarilla lowers his shoulder. He is.
Number 0, Anthony Zarilla, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
Still waiting for an official sign. There it is in the middle. Zarilla scores. The lights go on and off here at West G. Waiting for the official word. The referees were slow to put the hands up, but they did. And Anthony Zarilla gets in for his second touchdown of the evening.
And the blocking up front, you kind of saw it there. It's just like, boom, it's right there. Him being able to get in. My dream, by the way, when I was younger, I always wanted to flick the lights and stuff, but I always wanted to do that at a stadium.
Well, that kick is going to be no good. Goes wide left. Quinn Mancino cannot knock that one through. The score going to stay 22-0 right here on CVC TV. And, of course, keeping you posted on tonight's score all night long is Gallucci's Italian Foods, Cleveland's home for authentic Italian ingredients since 1912. Shop online at tasteitaly.com. That's tasteitaly.com.
At the end of the third quarter, NVCL 35, Struthers 0.
Tell you what, again, not a single empty seat across the board. I know there's a few still at the concession stands, but you know, you see the support, of course, you know, here on the east side with West G, Fairview coming from the other end of the Cleveland area.
Those updated scores around the league are brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Well, Fairview found some response on that first drive, but then a couple negative plays and the snap over the head of kicker Kyle Farkas just led to too many hurdles to clear. And
got an injury for West G.
A player down before the snap even went off. And this is non-contact. Nothing was happening. Players were just lining up to get ready for the kickoff.
It was like Ethan Davey is down there.
And that's maybe a cramp, something like that. Again,
Could be.
It's not too warm. Still about 71 degrees up here in Chesterland, Ohio. But as far as the recent weeks, man, we'll take it.
I know, but the thing is, we are up here.
They are down there, under the lights, feeling it. West G with that 20-point lead with 6.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And I think, yeah, stretching them out for a cramp right now.
And sometimes what happens to, not saying it happened here, is Davey's up.
Oh, he's cramping up again. They got to get him off that field there because go down Ethan Davey, the sophomore. It's an offensive tackle and a D end.
Well, you know, you want to get back out there and stuff. But, like, sometimes, like, again, with that uniform, you know, being out there and stuff, the sweat and the heat, it all builds up.
Kicking off for the Wolverines, number 45, Quinn Mancino.
Mancino going to boot this one again away. Remember, that will be a season-long tradition. If there's an onside kick recovered, I will send AA a Christmas card.
Oh, that's for the season?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Not on this one. Mancino boots it back. Clark going to take it at the 7-yard line. Here's LaMarcus Clark. Turns upfield. Clark's got the Jets. He goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
LaMarcus Clark.
Tell you what, you were waiting for him to cut that back one more time, but Clark takes the ball out of bounds. They're going to say 37-yard line is where Clark officially got out at. Best starting field position of the evening for Fairview on a good return of about 30 yards.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is have Clark return on the run. And that's kind of what happened. He had pretty much a straight shot. He was really 1 or 2 guys away from just going straight down the sideline to score.
So now can Fairview build off that? A good return. LaMarcus Clark, just 6 carries for 6 yards tonight. Cal Rice, 6 of 8, 27 yards passing, 28 yards on the ground.
The DB better get out there at the top of the screen.
Clark going to get the carry up the middle, trying to work his way through, still on his feet, busting through tackles. LaMarcus Clark lowers the shoulder and gets down there midfield. Longest run of the game for Fairview, gain of about 11 and a first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, you had a true effort play, and now the cramps are adding up there on both teams, but got a defender down for West G, like immediately after the play.
And again, yeah, it's you can tell immediately it's cramping. If you've done something to yourself in those moments where it's a foot, a leg, whatever it is, normally they don't do stretching. They try to make sure you could just move it. So.
Well, again, remember what we talked about before. It's just like, a lot of it is just pacing of the game. It's just going from, JV to, varsity minutes and varsity pacing. Now this is where it hits, like in that third quarter.
Well, we also just say in general, too, it's the first game of the season. So, I mean, you do this a lot throughout when it comes to, practice and you play against each other, whatever it is. Sometimes these teams have scrimmages. They have other teams, other schools come in and they practice against each other as well. But nothing beats really the speed, as you mentioned, Double A, in that first game reps that you really start to experience. And, for some guys, hey, we've seen this happen almost every season where cramping's been a thing early on in the year, and eventually everyone gets used to it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Every single person that's up, they're like, "Oh, I can still go. I can still go," and then the body doesn't follow through.
No. That's Mikey Gideon, too, who's the other quarterback in this situation. So you kind of want to make sure he's good. He'll probably get some reps, I'd imagine, in the fourth quarter at QB as long as the cramping can get solved. The Warriors got some momentum here. Rice under center. Turns, hands off Clark. Bottom of your screen, brought down, no gain. Solid tackle on the, again, lower side of the screen. It's a great stop there by number 60. That's Joey DiFrancesco. First time we're calling his name tonight, one of the captains for this team at West G, and he makes a big stop.
But you know what, though? That's perfectly fine. Two-way starters been handling business on both sides of the line. A lot of times when we don't call your name on the offensive line, you're doing a good job.
Yeah. It's a thankless job. Clark with the second down carry. He breaks outside. He's going to get torn down. 2-yard loss.
Brought down by number 13, Arthur Alt.
Arthur Alt there again with a great stop. Clark had some room, and then he didn't.
He's made some plays. Art has made some plays defensively, whether he's credited with the tackle or not. Getting the assignment, getting out there.
Again, what started off as a really good drive, Double A, has turned into Fairview behind the sticks trying to make a play in this spot on the 3rd and long.
We were just waiting for Rice to potentially have an opportunity to put the ball in the air.
Use those legs, the magic. There it is, rolling out to his left. He's going to take a shot down the field. He's got a receiver. It is caught. It's caught. Down inside the 20. Finch makes the catch, his first of the game, but the flags are down near the midfield, and that one might be coming back.
Believe that's the indication.
Yep, illegal man downfield. Yep. Oh, my goodness. So a huge pass play, Rice rather, shows he can take the shot. Finch was there to make the play, but it's going back.
Well, you had the blocking. It was there. But it's been a story of this game, unfortunately. I mean, if you're a West G fan, fortunate that it hasn't burned you as much as Fairview has. But Fairview's first offensive big play taken away by the penalty.
Yeah, Finch, the senior, made some plays on defense. His first opportunity really to step up on offense there, made the catch, but again, the penalty just draws him back. So instead of it being 1st down and 10 inside the 15-yard line, it's 3rd and forever at the 42-yard line of Fairview.
I know this is like a serious part of this game right now, but I heard like Pac-Man music from the in-stadium.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
Yes, threw me so off.
Rice going to roll out to his right, looking, lefty throws, flicks in, complete over the head of his intended receiver. Try to find Graham Hewitt, the tight end.
Looks like Sean Finch is down for Fairview.
And now it looks like he is possibly got some cramping going on too. So you mentioned both sides dealing with this.
I do want to point out real quick, Kyle, that last play, one of the cases where West G at all 3 levels defensively handled business. You had the pressure up front. You had your linebackers staying up with the guys, and then on the back end, your safeties and DBs over the top. There was nowhere for Rice to go with the ball.
Finch able to skip and jog off there. A little bit of a sprint, too, just trying to get that leg loose. Now he's going to go down on the sideline and try to get some treatment there. And you notice, too, with Rice being the lefty quarterback, when he goes out to his left, it's with his throwing motion. That's when you think he can take a shot down the field. When he comes out to his right, it's across his body, so he's not able to get as much on it. So you kind of want him in that situation to try and find a way to run.
Yeah.
He's got the speed and the ability to make some plays on his feet.
Well, you had the one big play. It was called back with the illegal penalty, but Finch down the field, that's when Rice was on the left side.
Yeah, he was rolling out to that left arm, throwing in rhythm, and he was able to make that play. Farkas going to boot this one off. This one snap good. Kick is caught at the 25-yard line. Trying to find some cuts through and brought down at the 37-yard line. Mickey Keenan takes the ball out there, and he's slow to get up, and he is. Now Keenan is cramping, the quarterback for West G.
Okay, now this is significant, obviously, because we'll see if he can fight through it. But
Well, I mean, Gideon was cramping as well, so both their quarterbacks have been dealing with it. You're not supposed to be able to huddle up here. You're supposed to just head out onto the field. But they're taking their time to get the offense out to try and give a little bit here.
you're going to have to call a timeout here, too. You got Max Williams, a sophomore. Got a few guys listed at quarterback if you ever got down beyond those levels.
Keenan able to get out there. We'll see what he's able to do here. He's actually gonna.
He's like, get this glove off of me.
He's taking the glove off. He's gonna have to hurry up and get back under center. First down for West G. 20-0 lead with 3:43 to go in this third quarter. Handoff. Again, Zarilla just been the model of consistency. 15th carry of the night for Zarilla. He's got 98 yards unofficially on the ground tonight. He's inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
You know, I just keep thinking back, like, man, you compete in athletes or in athletics, and it's just like, man, I gotta get this glove off. I gotta get this, get this off of me.
Second down and 6, 42-yard line. Wolverines trying to add on to this lead. And Vecchio across the formation. He's brought down. Good stop on the outside there. That was 33. I think Graham Hewitt was on the tackle.
Yeah, Hewitt did a great job there making the play because offensively the blocking was opening up.
A quick play, handoff inside, near the first down, and they should have it. Based on the spot, and they will. Moves the chains. And a good solid run from Zarilla. He stumbled, or he's cramping as well. I mean,
no, he's trying to stay in the game. That's why. I don't think he can, though. This is one of these games too, where like,
we're the Oprahs of the cramping here. You get a cramp.
I know.
My goodness.
And the trainers got to be very careful too, and the coaching staffs.
Well, he's still out there on this first down. Keeper. And Keenan had nowhere to go. Solid tackle at the bottom of your screen. LaMarcus Clark helping him up. And there is another one. Clark got there for his third tackle for a loss of the night. Keenan had nowhere to go.
Yeah, great job to Clark, Frazier, and Rice. All three of those guys getting in there and, again, all full speed stuff here.
And speaking of full speed ahead, Greeny Sports Cards now live every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on the Big Play Collectibles Network. You can join their conversations with hobby talk and interviews and interact with their guests too. Find their social links on their website, greenysportscards.com. That's greenysportscards.com.
This is one of these cases here too where you're just looking. All these guys want to keep playing. and it's up to the coaches and the trainers. Hate to say it like this, but like they got to be adults and actually step in and stop the kids from themselves.
Well, that was Zarilla, who's eclipsed the 100-yard mark tonight. 16 carries for 101 yards, 2 scores. It's Vecchio in the backfield now. He takes the pitch, working left side. Vecchio lowers the shoulder past midfield. Gets about 5.
Brought down by number 11.
As crazy as this sounds, like if Fairview gets another stop here defensively, there is opportunities here.
And again, dishing off. Vecchio again on the sweep pitch. Gets past the 45 down to about the 44. So he'll get 3 more yards, setting up a 3rd and short. 10 carries, 61 yards for Vecchio tonight. He's also got a catch for 10 yards.
Down West Geauga.
Of course, I would expect, I mean, no different. The Wolverines just go for it. Got to make sure you're aligned, though.
It'll be a keeper up the middle. And that's going to be a 1st down.
And that's what you call, Kyle, a dominant push up front by that offensive line.
It was a strength.
First down, West Geauga.
Both coaches said their lines they felt pretty confident in, and tonight West G's been able to dominate that line of scrimmage. 35 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. They're up 20-0 and driving again in Fairview territory.
Well, think about, too, Kyle, like some of those long drives in the first half and how much damage that did. You see it play out here now in the 3rd quarter.
Here we go, 1st and 10. And Vecchio, he's got room. He's got the wheels, turns on the jets and falls. Oh, he slips at the 20. Oh, and Benny Vecchio had a touchdown. And they'll give him the 19. Oh, my goodness, he had it. 21 yards.
He was so close. But he might be checking his cleats because he's like, man, I should have been gone.
With that, the 3rd quarter is gone. 20-0 is the score as we move into the 4th. West G with a dominant lead and threatening to go up by 4 scores.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
My goodness.
Your score, your West Geauga Wolverines 20, Fairview 0.
Yo, he is so upset. He is so upset. And I get it because you don't see any defenders. It's just you in the end zone. You're tripped up. I know a player is going to get credited for the tackle, but you get tripped up, you felt like, by the turf? Oh, come on.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a tough one. And for the guy with the brightest cleats out there, we could see him coming from a mile away. He hit the jets, and I'll tell you what, we thought he was gone, and he very well could have been.
Well, he thought he was gone, too. And, again, this is the field, being down on the field before the phenomenal stadium and everything that's going on here at West G. And the Wolverines, they want to continue to build on from what they did last year. They're saying make Week 12 and Week 13 appearance a norm.
Howfield getting loud here in Chesterland, Ohio. As they're ready to go 1st and 10 inside the 20 for the West Geauga Wolverines. Vecchio in motion. It'll be a handoff on the inside. Give about 2.
And now, just observation here, because of the numerous amount of what we believe to be cramps on both sides, now these runs, all of them, are even more critical, especially, being up here, West G, up 3 scores.
Johnny McClay with the carry. He's been the red zone specialist. He has a rushing touchdown tonight, number 1 in blue. Vecchio with the bright shoes all the way in the backfield. He'll get the ball, handoff. Vecchio right side, lowers his shoulder, gets down inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. So he gets 5 more.
I'm sure he's going to be he's an unselfish teammate, things like that. He wants the ball. He wants the ball at this moment. He's like, get me back in that end zone. get me in the end zone, I believe, for the first time.
Yeah,
if it
Vecchio wants to
happens.
join the party. Yeah, he's seen Anthony Zarilla get in twice. Seen Johnny Biclay get in once. Here we go, third down. Handoff inside, not much there, but it's right at the first down marker. Biclay almost at the line to gain, and they're going to give it to him. First down for West Geauga.
And how many times, Kyle, have we seen in this game West G get just enough for the first down? Like the play-ins, they're right at the line of scrimmage, but it's right there. It has to be demoralizing for a defense.
Yeah. First and goal again for the Wolverines, just a hair inside the 10-yard line. For a chance to take an even more commanding lead. Handoff, Vecchio lowering the shoulder, pushing through. He's down at the 5. He'll get 4 yards. 13th carry of the night for Vecchio. He's got 91 yards on the ground now.
Yeah, he's moving along again. He's kind of, he had to hobble up just a little bit. I don't want to jinx West G, so don't get mad at me if you're a Wolverines fan watching. The operation of the offense has been significantly better in the second half.
Yeah, the penalties have been cut down essentially to 0.
Yes.
In this third, now fourth quarter. Keenan again under center. Scott Biclay behind. Keenan going to keep it himself, pulling his shoulder, lowering it in. He is close, and he is in. Mickey Keenan gets in. Switching it up and a touchdown for West G. It's 26-0.
Yeah, he kept his shoulders down, and he got after it right behind his offensive line. The center and the guards getting right there, handling business. West G, what a night for this young football team.
Amazing job now is Quinn Mancino will try to knock through this extra point. Snap, good, hold down, kick on the way. It's up, and it is good. 9:27 to go in the ball game. 27-0. West Geauga on their home opening night, the first game of CVC TV. They have come out to play. They've blanked Fairview, and again, the scoreboard update brought to you by Gallucci's Italian Foods, bringing authentic Italian flavor to Northeast Ohio tables. Find them online at tasteitaly.com. That's tasteitaly.com.
What a drive. What a drive for West G. And again, I was just thinking about it doing that drive. Like, we have not talked about penalties with the Wolverines in the second half. That means they cleaned it up at halftime.
I think there was maybe a discussion, possibly a threat, about what Saturday morning practice could look like.
I think we need to loosen what the term discussion. What the it was more of a promise. Honestly, though, those are lessons, right? Because in the first half, it could have been a larger score lead if you would have cleaned up the penalties. But they have. You got the jitters out of your system. And this Wolverine team, this could be a special team. And they're young, too, so they're going to be around.
I'll tell you what, the 1-2 punch of Anthony Zarilla and Vinny Vecchio tonight has been fantastic for this group. And you throw in the quarterbacks. Mikey Gideon threw the ball really well in that first half when he got some reps in. And Mickey Keenan runs in for the touchdown this last one. A nice offense here at West G. The defense has been playing phenomenal football. No answers from the Fairview Warriors tonight. Another strong kick. And it go over the head of LaMarcus Clark and into the end zone. Second touchback of the evening for Quinn Mancino. That means Fairview will take the ball out of the 20-yard line. You see Gideon at the bottom of your screen. Get some stretching in. Those calves and those legs. Trying to stay loose.
Just trying to stay loose. And these kids, all of them, they want to stay in the game, too. Like, that's where you're just like, man, come on with, with your legs and stuff.
Work with me.
I mean, and think about it, too. Like, all those weeks with camp, I see behind our stadium there's a sled, which scares me. So you get sick of that. You want to face another opponent, And this is the fun part. Getting out here and all your hard work and practice pays off.
Now, it's a Fairview going to try and get some momentum on offense here in this fourth quarter. 9:27 to go. Rice will hand off. Clark on the inside. He bursts his way through and gets down to the 25-yard line. 26, actually.
Gonna have another injury, Kyle.
Yep. So maybe another cramp in the lineman. And then maybe Jackson Habishaw this time, who's going to have to hop off the field.
And again, these minutes obviously are very important. Obviously for both for Fairview, of course, getting something going because you want to build some confidence. They've had, I believe, one drive offensively where it felt like, okay, this is the Fairview offense that we know, but you take for granted what they did last year and the previous couple of years, where this is a very complex offense, dynamic offense, and it takes time to learn it. You know, you're not going to see the full rollout in week one. But they got good kids, you know, great program, obviously, and kind of build it up. If you're West G, now your job, hey, we're up. You got to finish the game.
Well, for defense, too, on West G's side, they want to try and, you know, keep the shutout going. They want to keep that side unblemished, so to speak. Fairview, again, it's about momentum now. It's about, hey, can we just get something going on offense and figure some things out, get some good tape here so we can look back and say we did some good things in this game on offense, because right now it's just been tough.
Yeah, momentum and good tape and just confidence.
Man in motion, Rice going to roll out to his left. And he's going to get caught, brought down, and nothing there. The defense again swarming. Johnny Beakley is in there.
Yeah, I think you and the PA announcer described it right. It was a whole pack.
Yeah, but Clay came in late, but there was about 4 guys that had him, you know, dead to rights out there. So Rice will lose, you know, roughly about 3 to 4 yards there. So it's going to be 3rd and long again for Fairview.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this particular play was called this, but, you know, if you played Madden a couple times, that's the classic Engage 8 on defense.
The Engage 8. Sick reference. We need to engage 4 here and see if Cal Rice can figure something out with this West G defense, which has been phenomenal tonight, being able to bottle him up. Rice looking. He's under pressure. Sidearm spin throw. It's caught on the outside, turning upfield. That should be enough for a first down. Flag comes in late. Was that a face mask?
Might have been. Might get some tactical yards.
Ball. Yeah, I mean, my goodness. So that was a gain of 10.
Oh, they're going to pick it up, Kyle. But again, confidence builder for Rice. Honestly, too, we kind of talked about it before. Which one of these receivers is going to start to emerge? Because it can't just all, obviously, from the skill position standpoint. You know, Rice can do what he can. We know what LaMarcus Clark can do. But it has to be more than just those guys. That's what made Fairview who they were last year. They have multiple weapons across the field.
Fraser Newberry, 4th catch of the night for 18 yards. Cal Rice is 7 of 10 for 37 yards. Handoff on the inside. Clark, he bounces to the outside. Back inside. Clark working his way through. Still on his feet, and he goes out of bounds. Clark goes out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So that's 16 more yards for Clark. He had 10 for 20 before that carry, so he almost doubled his yardage in one carry.
Yeah, he did, definitely. Of course, West G at this point has a few younger guys in there now defensively, so there could be some openings. But, again, experience, learning on both sides of the ball. See what happens here.
First down near midfield. Rice shotgun, looking, throwing, sidearm throw, caught. Top of your screen, the other first down. Fraser Newberry with another big catch, his 5th of the game. That's going to move the chains again. Gain of 11 and a first down.
And 2, with a different personnel defensively. You got more softer coverage. And Rice is fully taking, as he should, he's taking full advantage of it.
Well, again, we talked about just getting good reps in, good throws, making completions, putting good tape on, and hopefully getting some points on the board if you're Fairview on this drive is important as they move into the second game of their season next week and then beyond, obviously, just trying to get some positives on the offensive end. Defense had moments. They looked pretty good, but West G was just too much tonight.
And field position, or, lack of field positions hurt Fairview.
Rice taking a shot. That one is intercepted. Top of your screen.
Number 4, Kyle Wins's pass is intercepted by number 20.
Yeah, Max Williams read that play defensively, read Rice straight through and stayed with the receiver, and he was locked in and ready for that interception.
A big interception from the sophomore, Max Williams, in that coverage, and that may be the last time we see Fairview's offense, depending on what West G decides to do. 6.5 minutes left to go in the game, and that's nothing for a running offense. It's able to take a lot of time off the clock. And tell you what, Rice had some good throws on that drive AA, but they kind of switched up the offense to where he was being more of a focal point throwing the football. When you throw the ball more, that obviously opens the door to more potential turnovers.
Yeah, and you're down big too. You're trying to go for a big play, and that happens. So great play though by Max Williams, though. Again, just taking full advantage of the situation.
Phenomenal interception. Gideon in the game now at quarterback. He's going to hand top of your screen. And I believe, that's Williams with the carry. So he's in the game now on offense. Williams got a solid about 7 yards on that carry.
Little reward. You can get the interceptions. All right. Ready to get the football on offense? Here you go. Good carry again. Great blocking. One of the other stories of this game for West G has been their work up front. That's how they've had these long drives, especially in the first half.
Yeah, Lions have done a fantastic job both on the offensive and defensive line of West Geauga to be able to give their runners space. And on defense, he'd solve the puzzle. That's LaMarcus Clark. He only had 11 carries for 36 yards tonight so far. Getting again. And a turn hand inside, pushing forward near the first down marker, right at the line.
And again, another case, Kyle, where they get right at the line and they get just enough for the first down.
Nico Picarello, the sophomore, with the carry. He got the first down.
That happens enough times. You're just defensively, it just gets to you because it feels like you're doing the right things. When you're out there on the field, it feels like you made the play, but then it's just not enough.
And West G's been more than enough tonight, AA, with how they've played this game. 5 minutes to go. Maybe keeper to the outside. Mikey Gideon with the carry. Got maybe 2 yards on that run. His first of the night, and Gideon down, dealing with cramping again.
Yeah. Connor Joyce made a good play defensively on the outside, but, yeah, once again.
They're going to need the other quarterback, Mickey Keenan, to come back into the game here as Gideon gets stretched out. We kind of figured out what, Coach Santo wanted to do here. He has, Keenan really start the first and the third quarter. Then you see Gideon play second and the fourth. Gideon passing the ball, completed both of his attempts for 33 yards. He looked sharp.
Yes, he did.
And some speed there. First time really running tonight for Gideon. But we've seen Keenan 1 of 2 7 yards passing, but he had 10 rushes, 37 yards, and he has a touchdown on the ground too, being able to go down the middle and make plays. And he's still getting stretched out top of your screen. And a reminder, our post-game coverage, our recap, will be brought to you, of course, by the Inside Edge Network. We know something about that, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Absolutely. The Inside Edge Network.
I think I'm actually currently talking now on the Inside Edge Network.
Yes, you are.
While I'm here.
Yes.
So there you go.
Way to break the fourth wall.
Oh, that's what I do.
Of course, I'll be on later on tonight. We'll have full.
You decided you wanted to still go live tonight.
We'll have our recap. We'll have our recap here too, but of course our recap of high school and of course our football Friday. That's coming up on the Inside Edge Network.
Gonna have to wait for Gideon to get off the field. Looks like Wesley's trying to snap the
Yeah,
ball.
you can't.
He's still working his way off. Students are having fun here.
Yes, they are.
At West G. Some Natasha betting field going on the sideline. Handoff up the middle. Williams with a short gain.
How is that song still popular with the youth?
Hey, sometimes good songs are just good songs, man.
I know. None of those kids were born when that song was out.
Some songs last the test of time.
Oh, man, they do. They do.
The rest is still unwritten.
I'm getting old, Kyle. I'm getting old.
Tell me something I didn't know. I feel like you've transferred your back pain onto me, by the way. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Tune in for pregame next week.
Oh, my goodness. Now pitch to the outside. What a good stop on defense. On the outside there by Fairview. Jeremiah Gelb, sophomore linebacker with the stop. And force a fourth down.
And this is the opportunity, too. Like, you know, you got young guys out there now. Like, you want an opportunity to be out here on these Friday nights. So none of these kids that's out there now, they don't care about the score. They care about playing good football, making a statement, and putting something good on tape.
Opportunity to do so here. As West G, I think for the first time tonight, is going to punt. And it's a pretty good one. Taking it into the 31-yard line. Lot of space. Turning upfield. Got some room. Down past midfield. On the return is Fairview.
Good return for Vinny Rust.
Yeah, Rust got an opportunity, the sophomore out there, to make a return. And a direct line. Took it past midfield. 3:01 to go in the ballgame. 27-0 the score. Spoiler, I think the player of the game is probably going to be Anthony Zarilla.
Yeah.
Was consistent, started cramping up here early on in the fourth quarter, so you saw more of Vinny Vecchio, who had a great night in his own right.
Yeah, they both did a great job. We'll up in West G's offensive line, too.
And the defense.
Yeah, both lines. Both, yeah. I mean the whole team. They all, yeah.
There's a chance. Again, I have to do some maths in my head here, but they may have only allowed about 100 yards of total offense tonight from Fairview. Obviously, we still have 3 minutes to go here, but the defense came to play tonight.
They did. They did. I'm sure for the ones, it'll probably stay that way.
And a handoff on the right side. Good breakthrough. That's Hewitt.
Number 43, Graham Hewitt, the ball carrier for the Warriors.
Good carry for Hewitt. 11 yards and a first down.
Definitely. It's always great to be back on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Of course, channel 22.1 on your antennas. Don't laugh at me. I still have an antenna.
I know you do.
Also on Spectrum, channel 979. Part of the great lineup of weekend high school football every single week on Rock Entertainment Sports Network, and also, of course, CVC TV.
First down for the Warriors. Backup quarterback is in the game as well. A short handoff.
43, Graham Hewitt, the ball carrier.
Of course,
Hewitt got another carry.
We have a timeout.
Going to have an injury timeout, Kyle.
Yeah. Connor Joyce, number 10, is the new quarterback in. 6'2", 165-pound sophomore.
Wow.
So some size
There you go.
from the sophomore. Getting some reps in.
But we got a great schedule here early on for CVC TV. Of course, we'll be at Bookshire next week for that matchup.
Cuyahoga Heights heading over. to face the Badgers.
They're all, both teams. I mean, Cuyahoga Heights, they're always something special. Both teams are. Of course, week 3.
The big one.
Kirtland will be at Perry this year. Kirtland at Perry. 2 of our heavyweights in the Chagrin Valley Conference.
Talk about the Pirate Dog. Are we going to have that this year again?
We might.
Got to make a special request.
Yeah, that's a good. You know what? We might put something together for that.
I'm willing to give it the old college try again. I'll tell you what, it was darn good a couple of years ago.
We'll tell you about the new teams in the CVC after this play.
I'll pitch the outside. Joyce's throw a little bit short, looking for Aiden Brady.
So
Jeremiah Gull.
Right. So week 4, we're in Madison. Madison is going to host one of the 4 new teams in the CVC this year, Chardon. Chardon now in the Chagrin Valley Conference.
How about that pickup, too? Chardon, perennial, the Hilltoppers, always a playoff team, someone that makes some noise in Northeast Ohio.
Incredible pickup. Of course, Fairport Harbor is in there, and then Willoughby South and Eastlake North joining the Chagrin Valley Conference this season.
We'll see them later in the season for that rivalry game.
Cannot wait for that.
It'll be fun. Joyce throws over the middle. Open receiver. It's caught. Still on his feet. Eventually brought down.
Joyce's pass is complete.
And it's number 3. We don't have that number.
But he's doing a great job.
Great catch. Over the middle of the field. It's first down. And again, good reps for Connor Joyce.
Good reps for everyone, because again, it's the operation, and all that stuff is good.
Right here at Howell Field, September the 18th.
Wow.
Against the Orange Lions, your next home football game, September the 18th.
West G.
They got to be some road
on the
warriors.
road.
Yeah. Great home field advantage here at Howell Field. Handoff bottom of your screen, spun down, inbounds. Hewitt with the carry, got maybe back to the line of scrimmage as we got about 1 minute and 9 seconds to go here in the ball game, AA.
By the way, the tailgate party that was here before the game, you had a ton of food trucks. I almost got the ice cream. Despite,
You're trying not to turn into Antoinette Alfred.
I know.
Yeah. No one's going to get that, but it's totally fine.
At this side of that, you might get that.
Yeah. That picture stays in the queue just in case.
Oh, thanks.
You never know when you're going to need it. Well, I mean, for Coach Rank, this is tough. This loss is and rolling out, throwing, end zone, got a receiver, and it is incomplete. Tell you what, he had him in that back corner. Joyce almost had it.
Intended for number 5, Jeremiah Guy.
Jeremiah Guy was in that top corner. I tell you what, that's a really good throw.
Good throw. It's a great route, too.
By Joyce.
As they'll take on the Notre Dame Cathedral Latin Lions.
I tell you, that's you're looking for positive signs for the younger guys, and that throw. You look at that, you go, okay, we feel pretty good about our quarterback situation.
Definitely.
In the future, Cal Rice going to keep man in that position for the time being. Third down for Fairview, 26 seconds to go in the ball game. Little pitch. Goes to the right side, and nothing there. Tackled in bounds.
Nice tackle.
Great job by West G's defense. We said that a lot tonight across the board.
And in that perimeter, too.
And with that, that should do it. The final score tonight as the clock runs out and hits 0, 27-0. We have a shutout to open the season here on CVC TV. The West Geauga Wolverines gets the job done. They go 1-0. Fairview falls to 0-1 here on CVC TV. Again, your player of the game. What a game for Anthony Zarilla tonight. 16 carries, 101 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. He got the job done. Also, Vinny Vecchio, you mentioned the lines on both sides for West G deserve a little bit of credit, too, for a fantastic game. AA, your final thoughts on the game tonight?
Phenomenal game, of course, for West G. Although I will say the coaching staff for West G will probably just say we cleaned up whatever was going on in the first half with operation. They dramatically cut down on the penalties in the first half. West G replacing 25 seniors. What a run, what a game for the Wolverines, and the fans showed up. For Fairview, obviously a tough loss. They got some things to work on for sure. I like the effort early on. I think what did them in was the field position. I mean, the first 3 offensive possessions for West G started at the 45, 45, and 48-yard line. When you're fighting that battle, it's tough. It's tough to get something done there, but congrats to West G. And, of course, ChagrinValleyConference.com will have all the updates, of course, brand new website, standings, stats, leaders, schedules, printable rosters, all that stuff over at ChagrinValleyConference.com.
And again, tonight's final score and game recap brought to you by the Inside Edge Network, Northeast Ohio's home for sports, entertainment, culture, mental health, news, talk, and more. Follow along at InsideEdgeNetwork.com and check us out on the social media platforms. Just search at Inside Edge Nets. That's going to do it for us here from Howell Field tonight. Again, the final score, 27-0. West G gets the win over Fairview. For Double A Anthony Alford, I'm Kyle Cornell. Thanks to everyone, all the staff here in Chesterland, Ohio. We're in Burton next week. Buckshire versus Cuyahoga Heights here on CVC TV. Have a great rest of your Friday evening and a great weekend.